Hey guys, we're here with our Week 3 battle of the NPL, and we are going up against Ben, the coach of the Los Angeles Gogoats. His YouTube link will definitely be down in the description below, so go ahead and make sure you guys check him out. But real quick, we will go over the team that he ended up bringing, which was Fuckle, Mega Metachamp, Gudra, landorus-t, Blissey, and Sylveon. Real quick before we get started, I did decide to change up Hydreigon's set a little bit. It now has Superpower instead of Earthquake, just because I wanted the extra fighting coverage for Blissey and Umbreon if he decided to bring it, and it would still hit the Cobalion, so it's even more powerful than Earthquake. I was a little bit afraid of the attack drops. That's why I didn't bring it initially. But nonetheless, we have a dedicated lead for this matchup, and it is our Archeops, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into the match. We lead off with our Archeops, and he's going to lead off with his Blissey. Now, Blisseys tend to have a lot of support moves, so I'm going to go ahead and just hit him up with a taunt first turn, and we're going to shut down his T-Wave that he tries to go for. Now, this turn, there's no reason to not set up rocks. He has no hazard remove on his roster, let alone on his team, so that'll help out a lot. He's just going to go for a Seismic Toss, and because he's going for a Seismic Toss, I'm going to assume that's his only offensive move. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for a Protect so I don't take any damage this turn, because I know the Taunt is going to wear off next turn. So I can go for a Taunt and stop him from T-Waving or Stealth Rocking or Toxicing or anything like that, and I could get a free switch into something that can kill or do damage to this Blissey. So he's just going to go for a Seismic Toss predicting my taunt, but I'm going to go ahead and get a free switch into my Hydreigon. And we're in a great position because I don't think he's going to be expecting a physical ban set with Superpower. So he stays in, we go for the Superpower and absolutely annihilate that Blissey. It's one shot, it's out of the way. We are up 6-5 early, and that is great for us. He's going to bring in the Fuckle right here, and obviously I'm banded, so I can't stay in, especially with an attack drop. So I'm going to go into my Archeops, predicting him to want to set up either A, rocks, or B, webs. And I can taunt him the next turn and stop him from setting up the other. So he goes for the rocks. I'm a little bit happy he did because, webs made Jirachi a little bit less useful. So I would have to bring in Tentacruel at some point and spin them away. But I'm less worried about rocks. So now that he's going to predict my taunt, he's going to go for his only offensive move, which appears to be Infestation. He's brought this set before. It's Rocks, Webs, Toxic, Infestation. So obviously Infestation is his only offensive move, so while he's taunted, he's going to keep going for that. And there's no point in protecting, because I'm taking residual damage anyways, and there's no point in setting up Rocks, there's no point in taunting, of course, because all those have all been activated. So I'm going to start firing off Endeavors until I inevitably die. Now this next residual hit is going to bring Archeops down to 4%, and I'm right as the taunt wears off, so I'm going to be able to go for another taunt and stop him from going for a Toxic or a Sticky Web on something else once Archeops inevitably dies, because Archeops, sacking it off, it has definitely done its job. It's gotten the rocks up, and it's stopped him from getting a lot of his passive moves off, things like Sticky Web, Toxic, and T-Wave on the Blissey, of course. He did get his routes up, but that's okay. Now, right here was a pretty big 50-50. It was between going for a U-turn, predicting him to switch out, and going for an Iron Head, predicting him to stay in. I get it wrong, because I really didn't think he would see the value of keeping Fuckle, but he does. So, Iron Head is not going to do very much to the landers, but we do reveal that he is Rocky Helmet, which is great, because that means he's probably a defensive set, and that's good news for us. So we're going to go ahead and switch out our Jirachi, obviously, because I don't want to stay in with an Iron Head, and he's going to go for a knockoff on our incoming Togekiss, which will knock off our Scope Lens, which is a little unfortunate, but it's ultimately not going to matter too much, because we still have pretty decent chances to crit with our Super Luck and our Air Cutter. So predicting him to want to switch out, because Landorus can't do much to me once my items have been knocked off, we're going to Roost and get back up to full, which will actually be very important later. And we're just going to go for an Air Cutter and kill off the Fuckle. The crit did not matter at all. So he is going to bring in his Mega Metachamp, and he's going to Mega Evolve and Fake Out. Now, I am EV'd, so I can live a combination of Fake Out and Ice Punch, and then obviously Fake Out and Bullet Punch would be doing less than that. So I'm living that no matter what. So he goes for the Fake Out, obviously we flinch, and then he goes for the Ice Punch on the next turn. We are EV to live it, so we do. We kill him off with an Air Cutter. I'm not 100% sure if that crit mattered on our part, because I didn't run the calc, and Mega Medicham is normally pretty frail, so I think it probably would have killed without the crit. But just in case, I'll point it out. I don't know if it mattered. But nonetheless, Togekiss has definitely done its job, so I'm willing to sack it off at this point, and I'm going to let it go down to the Landorus' knockoff. Now, because Togekiss took the Intimidate drop instead of Hydreigon, I'm able to kill this thing off with an Ice Fang. I don't think he saw that coming either, which is great for us. So down goes the Landorus, and all that is left on his side is the Goodra and the Sylveon, in which case I have Mega Venusaur that deals with both pretty nicely, Jirachi that deals with both pretty nicely. So it's looking good for us. He brings in his Sylveon. We're going to go hard into my Mega Venusaur. Something interesting though is he does 24% with that Hyper Voice, but I noticed that it is neutral hit. It's not resisted. So that means he's Cute Charm instead of Pixelate. So I don't know if he meant to do that or if that was a mistake on his part, but nonetheless we are going to be taking a little bit less damage from Hyper Voice because it is normal instead of Fairy type. But yeah, nonetheless, he's going to go into his Goodra. Obviously, he doesn't want to stand and take stab Sludge Bombs from his with his Sylveon, and we're just going to Synthesis up. We are going to go for Sludge Bombs as he's going to keep firing off Flamethrowers. We do get a Poison first turn, which ultimately is going to make a bit of a difference, but not a huge one. Because I have Synthesis, I'm ultimately going to be able to win this matchup, Goodra versus Mega Venusaur one-on-one. So the only thing the Poison is doing is helping me win this a bit faster. So we're going to keep firing off Sludge Bombs, and he's going to keep firing off Flamethrowers, and we're going to go for Synthesis when we get to a low amount of health, just so we can stay as healthy as possible. So one more Sludge Bomb in combination with the Poison damage will kill him off, so we're going to go ahead and do that. He goes for a Flamethrower, and we are down to 57%, but we can take any hit. I actually did not notice in the middle of the battle that he wasn't Pixelate. This was after the battle that I noticed it. So, but I knew I could live a Pixelated Hyper Voice or Psyshock if he carried it, no problem, and I 2-hit KO with Sludge Bomb. Even if Mega Venusaur were to go down, I have Jirachi and Tentacruel in the back, both of which can absolutely deal with this thing. We do get a crit on the Sludge Bomb. That's not going to matter as much because Sludge Bomb is going to be a 2-hit KO anyways. So it's going to take him down to 18%, and we're going to go for one more Sludge Bomb, and down goes the Sylveon, and we're going to take a 4-0 win over the Los Angeles Gogoats. It was a great battle. Definitely the hardest game I've had to prep for so far, just because it was so bulky. I mean, I had to come up with a Banded Hydreigon set, and I'd actually bring Archeops with the set I did, just so I can be able to deal with some of the things I thought he was going to bring. But nonetheless, GG to Ben. It was a great battle. And now some shameless plug-in stuff. Ben will definitely be down in the description below, so definitely go make sure you guys check him out. I want to give a huge shout out to Jazz. I forgot to do this in the team prep video, but I want to give a huge shout out to Jazz, who made our awesome Reno Regis logo, so definitely make sure you guys go check him out. His stuff will be in the description below. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up Week 3 of the NPL. If you enjoyed this video, a like and a subscription would be much appreciated. And I will see you in the next battle in Week 4 up against the Bayern Munchlax and their coach Mega Lugia, who has a very scary team, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will see you guys then. Later.